Back now on Forsyth County Connections. Thanks for sticking with us. And we have a good friend of the show that's back again. I don't know why she's back for the torture, but she is, and we're so glad Annie Vasques is here. She's coordinator of the Substance Use Services, Forsyth County Behavioral Health Services. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me again, Jim.
And you're such a delightful person, but also so dedicated and do such good work. And I'm so thankful for you being here, honestly, all kidding aside. And now I understand you have a new initiative in battling the opioid crisis. And it has something to do, according to your email, it has something to do with libraries. What is that all about?
Yeah, it does. So this is an initiative we've been working on for a little bit here in the county. As you know, we're really passionate about getting Narcan, or naloxone, as it's also called, out into the community to as many people with as few barriers as possible. So it is now available. You're able to go into any of our county libraries, go to the help desk, say, hey, I would like a box of Narcan.
And for people that don't know, very briefly, because I'm not a scientist or a doctor, so help remind me, what does Narcan do?
Yeah, so Narcan is the opioid overdose reversal medication. So anybody that's overdosed on an opioid, whether that be illicit opioid like fentanyl, heroin, or
something that's been prescribed.
Exactly.
And you accidentally took too much or something. So you can go get Narcan.
Yes.
Okay. So now it's going to be in the libraries, which is pretty cool because it's a public place. Lots of kids and people of all ages going through there. What impact do you hope and do you think this will have on families by having the library availability?
Yeah, we discovered during COVID, like many things, library is the hot spot, right? You could go and get COVID tests, you could go and get all the information. So we know families of, like you said, all ages go into the library. So we hope that people will be able to access it more readily. And if nothing else, it will start that conversation, right? What is Narcan? What do we need Narcan for? Should we have this in our house? Sure. Really kind of starting that conversation. And we know breaking that stigma really starts with having that conversation. Absolutely.
Now, you've been on the front lines of this battle for years now, unfortunately, or fortunately, because we have you doing it. So given that, what does this initiative mean to you personally?
It's always good when we're getting the tools into the hands of the public. So it's always nice to be on your show and to talk about a new initiative and really have that conversation about how opioid settlement is impacting our community directly.
You have a particular story or example of why the Narcan accessibility is so important and the initiative is so important?
Yeah, so we have a story from the library, actually. I went to the library and did some training with some of the librarians that work there. The very next week, Jim, they had an overdose that happened in one of their bathrooms.
Oh, man.
And the person that was there had been in my training and knew how to use Narcan and was able to use it and revive the participant that was in the library.
Oh, my God.
So we know that folks are in and out of that library, all folks. So we know that works, and we know that not only do we need to be giving it out through the libraries, but also have the librarians trained in how to use it.
So what if somebody, they see you on the street and say, hey, Annie, I saw you on the show. Let me just tell you something. I don't take opioids. I don't think anybody in my family does. I don't go to the library. Why should I care about even carrying Narcan?
Well, you don't know who you're going to come across. I always tell people you have people in and out of your house. Do you have somebody come in to work on your washer and dryer? Do you have somebody to come in to work on your roof?
And we carry jumper cables in our car in case somebody breaks down.
Or a fire extinguisher in your house, right? You hope you don't run into somebody that may have an overdose, but you just never know. Better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely. And of course, this is very challenging. We have a few seconds left. I know all this is challenging for you, but you also believe that you've got a hope for success. How are you going to balance the challenge against the hope of success?
I always try to stay on the positive and look at all the good things that come out of it.
Bless your heart for doing that. How can people get more information, by the way? Is there a particular website or something people should look at?
Yeah, you can always go to our County Health and Human Services website. You'll be able to find more information on that initiative and where else to get Narcan as well.
All right, Annie. Thanks for doing this.
Of course. Thank you.